theory, we are live. Practically, I don't know. So you guys, I mean, come on, guys, you already know me. So let me just check this one. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. So what I'm going to do is say, beautiful people, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm so happy to be back today with the Truth Runner. This is a very, very special edition for two reasons. Number one, I have an exceptional guest with me today, and I'm so happy to have her today exactly because the second reason why this is exceptional is that today is 8/8 Lionsgate Portal, which is literally a powerful stream of cosmic energy that flows through us. And this portal is really just amplifying clarity, courage, and higher alignment. And exactly this kind of things we are going to have. This is the topic of today with my guest today. So it's really great because this portal today activates the heart. It's calling you right to rise to higher frequencies and lead from your soul. Okay. And with that being said, I would love to introduce you Melinda Molnar. She's tuning in from the United States, from the other side of the world. And I'm really extremely grateful to have her as a guest today. So welcome, Melinda.
Thank you. Thank you. And I just try to share this to my Facebook Live, and it's not giving me the option. Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. And yes, I am excited to talk on what comes through on this special day, on the day when the cosmic gates open up and we can just receive even more readily our truth, ultimately, who we are. So let's get in alignment.
Thank you. So you guys, if you are watching this live, okay, I would love from you just comment where are you from. If you have any questions, I would love from you to put them in the comments, okay? If you are watching the replay, same thing. If there is anything that catches your attention, just please put them in the comments. And Melinda and myself, we're going to do our best to answer all of your questions. And because she's new in Truth Runners, let me just take a few minutes to introduce her before we dive deep English into the topic. All right. So she is phenomenal, by the way, guys. She is rooted in devotion and spiritual precision. Okay. She supports rising leaders, from my understanding, in stepping beyond the cycles of doubt and to step into the clarity they were always meant to live. Okay. She was born spiritually sensitive, and she spent the last 15 years in devoting refinement of this gift. And she developed a rare ability to attune to the frequencies beneath words, emotions, and identities. And this is something what we're going to talk about a lot today. She holds a stabilizing field, and this is beautiful, where truth becomes walkable, where leadership is not a future idea, but a present embodiment. Melinda has two beautiful courses, okay, signature courses, Coherence 33 and Strengthened Within, where she brings together the whole human being, right? Mind, body, spirit, and identity into full alignment. So that you guys, if you choose to work with her, and I highly encourage that you can live from the coherence of your essence and to fulfill the purpose, okay, what you carry. So I'm really, really, truly excited about this conversation today. And I know that I introduced her like this, but I would really start this conversation by asking the question what I always ask everybody. Beyond all this, who is really, truly Melinda? And what exactly we mean by spiritual coherence?
Okay. Two loaded questions. And the first one, who
Loaded,
really is
exactly.
Melinda?
We're just going
Right?
to do it.
So the really is, then that means the mask off, right?
Exactly. Yes.
The way or who I identify now fully, wholly in my heart is I am spirit in body. And I have traveled quite a bit internally to come to not just understand it, but perceiving, like sensing my spirit coming in the body and like embracing me and say, I am here, I am speaking from you. So I am a messenger of the one. And I'm not speaking it from, I think long time ago I heard people say, yes, that's what I am. I am a messenger. And maybe they said it with true heart, but now I am actually feeling that. I know that I am here to bring this awareness to the world, to bring spiritual coherence into the world. And what spiritual coherence is, coherence. And actually coherence means continuation or congruence. So it's being spiritually congruent is if you could imagine a system, an organism that is congruent. So all parts, all aspects are in communication, in alignment.
Mm,
And so bringing the physical body, bringing your whole soul space, the mind, the emotional space, your free will, your boundaries, your whole self-concept, that energetic structure where the ideas of yourself and the beliefs
mm,
of yourself run, and bring that under the authority or the alignment of spirit. And when you operate from that, we are light. Light runs through you. And as it does, whew, I'm getting the chills, a lot more information becomes available to you because you don't have those limitations. Ultimately, what are we always trying to undress limiting beliefs? Well, they are literally energetic blocks in front of you. Like here's this clear field, but then we decided to put in a labyrinth that we get lost in. So being spiritually coherent is being free of that and holding that spaciousness and strength to be coherent as a being. Wow,
oh
that
my
was
God.
a big answer
No,
in this.
no, actually, that was amazing because you said a lot of things. Number one, you said that we are spirits. Number two, you said that we are light and, light comes through us, right? And it resonates with me so much. And then coherence, or specifically spiritual coherence, right, is, from my understanding, what you were saying is kind of inner alignment, right, of your body, mind, spirit, of your identity. And it's really, let's just talk about a little bit about this, because people think it's not about perfection.
No.
This is not about being, it's about resonance, it's about frequencies, it's about tuning into into you, into you.
Yes. Yes. Um, and frequencies. So when we say that years ago, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago, I started to be called to work with frequencies. And to me, it seemed the most natural thing. And every time I said it to somebody that I do frequency work, they're like, what? What's that? I'm like, well, frequencies. Well, what's that? Like, okay, so that is the rate that it's being resonated with, the information, how it comes to you. And then now it's becoming a fad word. Everybody has frequencies and vibrations. So I want to go under that, the deeper understanding that you are aligning the identity of you, who you believe and know yourself to be. And that happens deep within you, and you find that in your truth. That's another interesting thing about, I don't know, 5 years ago, it came to me, speak the truth. And I was like, like, oh, by now I know that my spirit was speaking to me. At that time, I didn't know it that much. I'm like, well, I am speaking the truth. I'm not going around lying. And it kept coming, yes, there's a deeper truth. I'm like, okay, let's see. So it has taken all this time because it unfolds
Mm,
that, yes, there is, the way I believe, there is one truth that we all understand. No matter where you go on earth, you can see that truth in people's eyes. You can hear it on the tonality of their voice. You can hear it in the words they use, the way they live their lives. And then you have your own unique expression of it, not a version, not a, I'm going to change truth to this a little bit because this is good for me. No, you still live from that truth. And the unique expression would be, like I personally, I do transmissions. Some people would sing, another would write. So that's the expression. But when you hang out in that place, you will be shown you.
that's right.
And that could be terrifying for a lot of people because you have to get to that place and you might walk through some internal mud, energetic mud. But when you find that ultimately you, which ultimately is the light of life, it is such a beautiful, precious space that you don't want to be anywhere else. Like, hey, I'm going to bring this to the world and show this to everybody. This is the field I would love to talk in because it joy resonates there at all times. And wouldn't you want to be in joy? So,
Wow. I mean, that's beautiful what you are saying, and a lot of things actually resonate with me. Exactly, this is why we are here. Exactly, that's what we transmitting. Okay, this is the message what we really want to take out in the world. We were talking about energies, frequencies, vibration. Each and every one of us has this vibrational field, right? And for example, in my case, I talk a lot about the energy behind the words, the energy behind the thoughts, what we think. And I've seen that in your work, you also talk a lot about how your inner world reflect the outer world, or the outer world reflects the inner world. Sorry, and that's somehow it goes together because your energy, your frequency, the words you think, the emotions you feel, the words you speak. Sorry, the emotions you feel and the thoughts you think. These are all frequencies as well.
yes.
And also you were talking about, yes, about you were talking shortly about the awakening phase. The
Mhm.
awakening phase when you go through this that that muddy, messy part, right? Okay, that's painful. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's painful because you're gonna go deep. You're gonna literally just rediscover yourself. You just really get in touch with who you really truly are. But for that, and I believe that Melinda can agree with me on this one. You have to go deep. You're gonna go into hell and back thousands and thousands of times. But as you said, when you come back and you rise again as a phoenix, oh my God, I have a phoenix tattoo, by the way, and that's for a reason. Then your life is gonna be completely different. And before we started this life with Melinda, and I'm gonna ask you if it's okay with you to talk about this a little bit. We talked about identity shifting.
Mhm.
Okay, and when that happens, so when you go through all these phases, all these ups and downs, you change your vibration, you get in touch with who you really truly are, because you are not your body, you are not your mind, you are much more than that. You are a beautiful spiritual light being, okay, here to experience everything, the emotions, the growth. Then it literally an identity shift happens. Can we just go a little bit on this one? Because I don't want to change my identity. I am who I am. Well, I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
Yes, yes. So since everything is frequencies, it's changeable. It's the observer effect that when we observe something and then we collapse the wave into particle and then we can change it. So just like as you're doing this inner journey, you're observing yourself, let's say, uh, you can name low self-worth because you see that in certain experiences and interactions in your life, you're looking at things from a victim mentality and you don't want to do that anymore. And you say, okay, I know now that I am invaluable because I am a being.
You are.
Okay. So you go and by observing that, you shift that. And what happens is inside yourself, you start to turn more within towards your light. That will have a ripple effect into everything
Yeah.
that you think, into how you see life, how you see yourself, how you see yourself in relationships. So there it is. It's already a shifting of your identity. Now, when you do this you say, hey, I want to do it in all aspects. I don't just want to be good in relationships, but really bad at health or or my expression, my work into the world. So ultimately, there's this inner desire that happens, this inner drive. You're not doing this alone. You're being guided from within and say, turn in and look at me, look at your truth. The light within you is literally saying, I hold the truth. So as you're turning, if you can imagine us being like a kaleidoscope, when you start to turn it more towards one direction, then the light expression changes. So your identity becomes new. And by now, I use those words in my programs that we're coming into the new creation identity because Now, I'm going to bring this in here for a moment and we'll see where this is without religious background, without religious limitations and dogmas. You know, when you start to come into your true light, you can't help but the idea of the one creator comes up. You know, whatever name we're using for that. And when you're there, then Christ reveals himself. Because without, they go together, let's just say. And it's when that came to me, that was difficult, because then there's that whole religious shame. I don't want to be associated with that. But when Christ reveals himself to you, and it's not by what you read or what you think, it's a revelation from within. It's your own way. And you know, when you feel something, when you see something within, there's nobody else that tells you different, because it's yours now. So as Christ shows himself, reveals himself to you, he lets you, he raises you into the new creation. And that is what I believe we're here to do, to turn ourselves, give our old ways, like put it down and say, yes, I want that new identity, that new creation, because it is filled with light, it is filled with love, with forgiveness, with humility, with trust. It gives me my spirit mission. It's a strength, it's an ease, it's a peace. I can work from this space, because this is the truth I'm bringing through, and it fills you with nourishment, and you feel it, and you're like, wow, I'm like this internal light nourishment that feels wonderful. And when you are in this space and then you hear something like, you know, my neighbor yesterday yelled at me because my chickens ran into her yard, you're like, so Uh, okay, let's look at it from a higher point of view. Okay, so chickens ran, sorry. Like, you glide through the problems that you used to get stuck in. You see it from a higher point of view. So yes, you become the new version of yourself. And that is what I do. That is what I walk people with. And now I know it was given to me at childhood. I used to say that I'm a travel guide, and I wanted to be a travel guide, go to beautiful places. I'm an internal travel guide. I take people into spaces of the spirit that allows them to open up their truths, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I love what you said. I know I'm really loving what you are saying, you know, because this internal travel guide, I really like that internal travel guide. You said a lot of things. So you guys, if you are watching this right now, okay, I know that we say a lot of things. We try to share with you as much as possible in a really short time. But remember always that if you have any questions, or there is anything, a word or anything that resonates with you, Melinda and I are always here, you know, so just ask your questions. If you are too shy, or you don't want to be visible on social media, then just drop us a DM. You know, that's really easy, because we are always just one DM away. And then ask your questions there, because I'm pretty much aware I was there when I was too shy. I was ashamed, you know, to ask my questions, you know. So if it resonates, then do not hesitate. In the comments or in the DMs, just please reach out to either of us, okay? And I absolutely love and agree with you when we said that, yes, when we raise, I call it Christ consciousness, right? Then yes, a complete identity shift happens, because that's where we are in light, we are in our truth, we are in our abundance, because it's our birthright, and it's completely different, okay? Shifting there, oh God, it's going to be another topic, so I'm not going to go in there.
We can come back more than once. Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
think
yeah.
so.
This is a lot of info. Yes.
Actually, that's a good idea. I think we might, let's just have a conversation about this one, because you know we jump here and there. So, but when you rise, yes, to a higher level of consciousness, it's what Melinda is talking about. Really, you know, when you get to know Christ, you know, and then you are in oneness. There is one Creator. Okay, so we're gonna go a little bit, you know, in these lives. Let's just put it that way. I'm trying to keep it simple, guys. Okay, so there is only one. We are all one. I'm one with Melinda. And I'm going to tell you a secret. Actually, it's not a secret, but our first meeting together, it was like, wow. Absolutely phenomenal. And you guys, whenever you meet someone and you are on the same frequency, you will feel it, you will know it in every single fiber of your body, because you're going to get goosebumps, right? And you are on the same frequency straight away. That's your tribe. That person is part of your tribe, is your person, right? When somebody doesn't really understand you, or you are not on the same frequency, because this is what we're talking about, and that's okay too, because we are all on different paths. But again, we are all one. At one point or another, in this lifetime or another, we get to that, what Melinda was talking about the Christ consciousness, okay, being one, being in the knowing. Am I saying this correctly? Being in the knowing who you truly are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Being in the knowing who you are. And what I want to bring in here, when you started out, that when we met, yes, we had this
That
like
was amazing. I mean,
constant
like,
electrical
wow.
currents in our body. We were just like ear to ear smiling. And even since we're talking, I have constant chills. My back is constantly chilling. It's because it's so easy. It's so aligning. It's you know, as I look at you also, and I don't know if the viewers notice it also. I look at you, it's like I'm looking at my sister. I think you know, physically we look similar, and you are in the knowing. And what I want to add to that, when you said something about shy,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe it just triggered that in me. You know, I used to be very, very, very shy. I used to run from any situation where I had to speak. Like, no, I'm not going to speak. I'm just going to run. Like, literally, physically, I would run out of the room. Like, I can't do this. And with this work, I was called to speak, called to, you know, do YouTubes and lives and transmissions and, you know, speaking in front of people. And I had to turn into the being who knows that this is what she's here to do, to carry me through those nervous moments at first. And I've done it enough times. And a little side note to that, that God will give you such funny ways to learn yourself. And one of the things was, am I going to be prepared enough? So I'm going to do this and that, and what am I going to talk about, and how many minutes it's going to take? And then God is like, I will take care of it. You are the instrument. Just sit yourself there, just show up. And he would completely clear my mind. We can call this stage fright, that you forget everything before it. Yes, we can call it that. But I would forget everything to the minute of showing up. I'm like, how am I going to do this? But there was a knowing, it will be given to me. So I have done it enough times now where I know it's going to be given to me. It is actually now very, very freeing to come to any, whether I give a class, whether it's anything that I do when I do a YouTube, and come there without knowing what I'm going to say, but I am receiving the do it now. Press the button now, and I may know the first word, and take a deep breath and say, I trust you because I know you are in me and I am speaking you. And then take that breath, and then just like it flows. So when you allow yourself to become the
Mm.
truth of who you are, you will be surprised in ways you would never think. And it's not just a surprise like when somebody gives you a beautiful birthday present, and you know, for 10 minutes or a day you feel good. It is a life-giving, alivening surprise that runs through your system, and it heals. It heals physically, emotionally, your identity. You become stronger and stronger and stronger, to where then you can share that light, and you know you are here to heal. And I'm sure everybody who listens to this, there is a reason for you to be here. You are a healer.
It's
You
true.
know, non-healers aren't interested in this.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Oh my God, I love that woman. So, okay. I mean, okay, you said a lot of things, but what I
I
would love
know, I
to,
know, it's good.
okay, let's take it from there. So when
Let me
you
say,
know,
when you know.
you know. Okay, so this is the whole thing, right? It's about returning to yourself. And when you get to that coherence, when you get to that level of consciousness, what Melinda was, when you did that identity shift, The question why you keep asking yourself for years and years, because we keep asking, am I on the right path? Am I doing things right? It's not going to be a question anymore, because no matter what, you will know that I am on the path. That's going to happen. So you will never ever question again, am I on the right path? Am I doing things good? Okay. You will just simply know that you are on the right path. Okay. So what I would love to do now, I would love to invite Melinda to share with you what she's up to these days, where you can find her, or what she has to offer you. So if you guys resonate with her, then you can join her programs, you can work with her. She is, I'm telling you, you can only gain. She is amazing, remarkable. So what's going on right now, Melinda, in your practice, in your life? What is it that you can offer? We can share, we share the freebie, what you offer to the audience as well. I mean, that's invaluable, guys. So just grab that too.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I want to connect this with what you said, that you will not doubt, you will know that you are on your right path, and you will know that there's this natural clarity that opens up. And it doesn't mean that you know exactly the next step, but you
Oh,
know that you are given the next step. It's an identity space that you step in, which actually that is the free offering that I have. I believe it's already put in the inner clearing, because it's an inner positioning of yourself. And in that space, confidence naturally comes. So the
yes.
way I approach these, when people say, I want to be more confident, I want to be able to be more visible, it's all in the identity. So these will be the natural consequences of standing in your truth. So what I offer people ultimately is strengthening within this coherence, the coherence of yourself, and coming into the new creation identity. I can say it with many different words, but ultimately that's what it is: shifting yourself into and anchoring yourself into the truth of who you are, that you know it's your truth, you feel it's your truth. So I have strengthened within program. That's the main program that I offer now, and I of course also have smaller versions for people who are caring in that for that. But for somebody who's serious about wanting to step into their spirit mission, step into their potential, and live from that new creation identity, live in a space where they are in joy pretty much most of the time. Yes, of course, you feel emotions and sadness, but be able to go through it, where you can walk yourself through any challenges in life fairly quickly, where you don't get hurting for days because somebody said something where you didn't know how to do that, but walk in the authority of yourself. Then strengthened within is my 6-month program that I invite people into. And right now I am inviting more in there. So there are great ways and financial, let's just say, offerings or teasers to get in. So if you are interested in this, if you want to do that, you can look at this as when you physically strengthen yourself, right? Your muscles, your whole health changes. So this is a spiritual fitness. Internally, we're strengthened into standing in our truth. So you can't be knocked out of there. You're not going to wobble, that spiritual wobble that people go through. One day I'm good, next day I'm not. We're going to stand you up straight and strong, because that's what you came here to do. So where you can reach out for me here on Facebook, I think I am under spiritual
Yes.
stretch. Is that what I'm under? Yes, because I heard that once you put your name down a long time ago, 20 years ago, it was Melinda Molnar, but then I changed to Spiritual Stretch. Instagram, I am also Spiritual Stretch. On YouTube, Spiritual Stretch. But probably if you send me a DM, if you find me here in this very live, just send me a DM, and I can invite you in and walk you through it. I love to give people the red carpet treatment. I love to invite people who come into my space and share them here. You can choose this, you can choose this is what this will give you. But ultimately we are going for the full new creation identity.
It sounds just amazing and I love it. So guys, don't miss the opportunity. Okay, grab it. Melinda, she is amazing. She's an amazing healer, an amazing teacher, a great messenger. I would highly recommend, if it resonates, just reach out to her. And before we close today, there are two things. Number one, I'm definitely gonna have Melinda back in the show. Number two, I would love to ask you, okay, let's put it this way. I do not really like to give advice. So I will not invite you to give an advice, but I would love to invite you to share some, like a closing words or what's your main message to those who are listening or watching a little bit later this live. What's your message?
How much time
Mm.
do you think you're gonna keep? I almost don't want to use the word waste because nothing goes to waste, but how much time do you want to go by, keep doing the same thing before you take a step and say, okay, I'm ready to make that change, however weird it may sound, but I am here to bring my medicine into the world. I'm ready. I'm, this constant work of getting better and getting better and getting better. There is a place where you won't search anymore, where you will know. And you're being offered an opportunity right now. So do you dare to take it?
Okay, now that's the challenge, guys. Okay, so that's the challenge. Okay, who's up for for a great challenge? Then you can just grab Melinda's one. I would love to say thank you from the bottom of my heart from being here with me today on the Lionsgate portal. I love the conversations with you, and again, I will definitely would love to have you back in the show. I would love to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, you guys. You were watching, for all the loves and likes you gave to us today. It means a lot to both of us. We really appreciate you. And just a few words again, as Melinda has her own programs, I'm just about to launch my very new program. It's called Worthy. So if you would love to join that, then reach out to me. I'm going to add you to the wait list. And that's going to be a pretty amazing program because we're pretty much going to shift identity and you just become who you were meant to be. So thank you very much for being here. Until next time, I'm sending all of you it's love and light. Bye for now, guys. And thank you,
Thank you
Melinda, for
very
being
much.
here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, and I'm excited to come back again. This is a very beautiful exchange.
Bye, guys.